The MacBook Air M3 is finally here. Apple says it's their most powerful Air yet. And at first glance, it looks pretty similar to last year's model. But once you start using it, you notice the difference. This laptop is not just a small refresh. It's a fine-tuned, highly capable machine that pushes the Air series forward. At Tap Tech, we've spent time with the MacBook Air M3, and here's what we've learned. From the moment you pick it up, it feels premium. The build quality is excellent. The aluminum unibody design is solid and smooth. Apple really knows how to make a product feel high-end. It's thin, light, and sleek. At just over 11 millimeters thick and weighing around 2.7 pounds for the 13-inch model, it's super easy to carry. Whether you're commuting, traveling, or just moving between rooms, it fits right in your backpack. It comes in two sizes. There's the 13-inch version, which is compact and great for portability. And then there's the 15-inch model. It's slightly bigger, a bit heavier, but gives you more screen space for multitasking or media. You can choose from 4 colors: silver, space gray, starlight, and midnight. Midnight is the most unique, with a deep blue-black tone. But it does attract fingerprints more than the lighter options. Still, it looks stunning under the right light. Open the lid, and you're greeted by a beautiful display. The screen is a liquid Retina panel. It's not OLED, but it's one of the best IPS displays out there. It's bright, sharp, and vibrant. It reaches up to 500 nits of brightness, which is great for indoor and even some outdoor use. It supports over 1 billion colors, and it's color accurate enough for creative work like photo editing or video previews. Text looks crisp. Images are punchy. And movies and videos look fantastic. Yes, the notch is still there. And yes, some people still don't like it. But honestly, you get used to it. The notch houses the 1080p webcam, which is solid. Video calls are clear and detailed. Apple's image processing makes skin tones look natural, and it holds up well even in low light conditions. Below the display, you get the Magic Keyboard. It's one of the best typing experiences on a laptop. The keys have a good amount of travel, and they feel stable. Typing is quiet and responsive. The full height function row gives you quick access to brightness, volume, and other controls. And there's Touch ID in the top right corner. It's fast, secure, and very convenient for logging in or making quick payments. Just below that is the trackpad. And like every modern MacBook, it's excellent. It's big, smooth, and incredibly responsive. Gestures work flawlessly. Pinch to zoom. Swipe between desktops, mission control, everything feels snappy and intuitive. The speaker system is also very impressive. Even though this is a thin and fanless laptop, the sound is surprisingly good. The 13-inch model comes with a 4-speaker setup. The 15-inch bumps that up to 6. Both support spatial audio with Dolby Atmos. The result? Clear mids, solid highs, and even a bit of bass. You won't need headphones to enjoy a video or take a video call. Speaking of calls, the mic system is strong too. The 3-mic array picks up your voice clearly and reduces background noise. So whether you're in a meeting or recording something, your voice stays front and center. Now let's talk performance. This is where the MacBook Air M3 really shines. It runs on Apple's latest M3 chip. Built on a 3-nanometer process, it's more efficient and more powerful than both the M1 and M2. The base version has an 8-core CPU and 8-core GPU. But you can go up to a 10-core GPU if you need more graphics power. Everything just feels faster. Apps open instantly. Switching between tabs, editing photos, light video editing, even some gaming, it all feels smooth. Compared to the M1 Air, the M3 is around 35% faster in most tasks. Compared to the M2, it's about 15 to 20% faster. That may not sound like a huge jump, but in real-world use, it's noticeable. Especially if you're someone who pushes their machine a little harder with multiple apps running or larger files. And here's the best part. It does all of this without fans. The M3 Air is completely silent. No matter how hard you push it, you won't hear a thing. That's one of the best things about Apple Silicon. Performance without noise. And the laptop stays cool. It might get warm during heavy tasks, but never uncomfortably hot. Battery life is another win. Apple claims up to 18 hours of video playback. And that's not just marketing. In regular use, you can easily get a full day of work on a single charge. That means emails, browsing, streaming, and even some editing, all without worrying about plugging in. Leave your charger at home and you're still good to go. It charges via MagSafe, which clicks in magnetically. It's a small detail, but it helps prevent accidents. You can also charge via USB-C if needed. Now, let's talk ports. Like previous models, the M3 Air isn't loaded with ports. You get 2 Thunderbolt USB-C ports, a MagSafe charging port, and a headphone jack. That's it. No HDMI, no SD card slot. For some people, this will be enough. For others, you'll need a dongle or dock. But here's the good news, the M3 Air now supports 2 external displays. That wasn't possible with the M1 or M2 Air without using workarounds. For people working with a dual monitor setup, that's a game changer. Connectivity is great too. Wi-Fi 6E support means faster wireless speeds if your router supports it. And Bluetooth 5.3 ensures stable connections with wireless devices like headphones and mice. On the software side, the M3 Air ships with macOS Sonoma. And it's smooth as ever. The interface is clean and responsive. You get features like widgets on the desktop, updated Safari, enhanced video calling, and better security. Apple's software and hardware integration is still top tier. Everything works together seamlessly. You get handoff, AirDrop, universal clipboard, and iMessage syncing. If you use an iPhone or iPad, this laptop feels like an extension of those devices. In terms of memory and storage, the base model starts with 8 GB of unified memory and 256 GB of SSD storage. That's okay for light users. But we recommend upgrading to 16 GB RAM if you plan to multitask or keep this machine for several years. Storage-wise, 512 GB is the sweet spot for most people. The SSD is fast, but keep in mind the 256 GB base model uses a single chip, which makes it slightly slower than the higher tier versions. Pricing starts at $1,099 for the 13-inch model. The 15-inch starts at $1,299. That's actually $100 less than the M2 Air when it launched. And that makes the M3 Air a solid value. You still can buy the M2 and M1 models, and they're cheaper. But for the price, the M3 Air gives you the best mix of performance, battery life, and design. If you're using an Intel MacBook, this is a massive upgrade. The speed, efficiency, and battery improvements are night and day. If you're on an M1 and starting to feel the limits, the M3 is worth considering. If you're on an M2, the upgrade is less urgent unless you really need dual monitor support or a slight performance bump. So, who is the MacBook Air M3 for? It's for students who need a reliable machine for class and homework. It's for professionals who want something portable but powerful. It's for travelers, remote workers, creatives, and anyone who values great battery life, a beautiful display, and silent performance. It's not for gamers or 3D artists, the Pro models are better for that. But for 90% of people, the M3 Air hits the sweet spot. After using the MacBook Air M3, one thing is clear. Apple didn't reinvent the wheel. But they didn't need to. They took what was already great and made it better. Better chip. Better display support. Better connectivity. Same beautiful design. And a lower starting price. But it's not a revolutionary leap, but it doesn't have to be. It's the best version of the Air yet. And it proves that thin, light laptops can still be powerful and long-lasting. Here at Tap Tech, we think the MacBook Air M3 is the best everyday laptop you can buy right now. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. We've got more reviews, comparisons, and breakdowns coming your way. What do you think about the M3 Air? Is it your next laptop, or are you waiting for the next big thing? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching Tap Tech. See you in the next one.